Hi grade 7! For today, our topic is using models and algebraic methods to find the product of two binomials, product of sum and difference of two terms, square of a binomial, cube of a binomial, and product of binomial and trinomial. And it was based on Mathematics 7, Quarter 2, Module number 6.
This is from LRMDS Bulacan. Thank you and congratulations to the development team of this module. Credits to the author, language reviewer, content editor, illustrator, and layout artist of this module.
Hi math lovers! Are you ready? Let's learn! Have fun! Because mathematics is fun!
What I need to know.
This module provides varied activities that will enhance your understanding about the application of multiplication of polynomials or special products. At the end of this module, you are expected to use models and algebraic methods to find the following. Number 1, product of two binomials. Number 2, product of the sum and difference of two terms. Number 3 is square of a binomial. Number 4, cube of a binomial. And number 5, product of a binomial and trinomial.
What I know. Turn your module to pages 3 and 4. Let's answer the pre-tests. Read each question carefully. Choose the letter of the best answer. What's in?
You can use algebra tiles to represent algebraic expression. This figure represents positive 1. And this figure represents negative 1. This figure represents x or positive x. This figure represents negative x. This figure represents x squared. And this figure represents negative x squared.
Let's have example number 1. Here is how we model 4x. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 positive x. Let's have example number 2. Here is how we model 3x plus 2. We have here 1, 2, 3, 3 positive x. 1, 2, 2 positive 1 for 2. Now we have example number 3. Here is how we model negative 3x plus 3. For negative 3x, we have 1, 2, 3, 3 negative x. We have 1, 2, 3, 3 positive 1. Now we have example number 4. Here is how we model 2x squared plus 4x plus 1. For 2x squared, we have 1, 2, 2 positive x squared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 positive x. Then we have 1 positive 1. Example number 5. Here is how we mold negative 3x squared plus 3x plus 1. For negative 3x squared, we have 1, 2, 3, 3 negative x squared. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 3 positive x. And we have 1, 1 positive 1. Now it's your turn. Mold each expression with algebra tiles or drawing. Here is number 1. 2x plus 3. Now this is our answer. We have 2 positive x. And we have 3 pieces of positive 1. For our next example, we have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now here is our answer. 1 positive x squared. We have 2 pieces of negative x and 1 piece of positive 1. Now let's try another one. 2x squared plus 3x plus 3. For our answer, we have 2 pieces of positive x squared, 3 pieces of positive x, and 3 pieces positive 1. Next example, negative 3x squared minus 2x plus 1. Now here is our answer. We have 3 pieces of negative x squared, 2 pieces of negative x, and 1 piece of positive 1. Last example, negative x squared minus 4x minus 1. We have 1 piece of negative x squared, 4 pieces of negative x, and 1 piece of negative 1. Very good, students! What's new?
Binomial. Binomial is a polynomial with 2 terms. Look at this term. We have 5y cubed minus 3. This is an example of a binomial because we have 2 terms. The first term is 5y cubed and the second term is negative 3. Product means the result we get after multiplying. In algebra, x and y means x multiplied by y. Quantity a plus b and quantity a minus b means a plus b multiplied by a minus b. In this process, you can use distributive property to find the product.
Now let's try this one. A plus b multiplied by a minus b. We will use the distributive property. We need to multiply a with a minus b. Now we multiply b times a minus b. The product of a multiplied by a minus b is a squared minus ab. And the product of b times a minus b is a and b minus b squared. Now let's simplify. We can cancel out negative ab and positive ab. Our answer is a squared minus b squared. You can use algebra tiles to find the product of 2 binomials. Now let's try to find the product of x plus 1 and x plus 2. First, let's represent the binomial into algebra tiles. This is for x plus 1. And this is for x plus 2. Now let's multiply. X times x is equal to x squared. X times 1 is positive x. Now we have x times 1. That is positive x. Now let's proceed with the second term. Positive x times positive 1. That is positive x. Then we have positive 1 times positive 1. Positive 1. Then positive 1 times 1 is positive 1. Now let's add the factors. We have 1 positive x squared, and that is x squared. We have 3 positive x. That is 3x. And we have 2 positive 1. And that is positive 2. Our final answer is x squared plus 3x plus 2. Now let's try another one. Find the product of x minus 1 and x plus 2. Let's represent each binomial using algebra tiles. For x minus 1, we have this. For x plus 2, we have this. Now let's multiply. X times x is x squared. X times 1 is x. Then we have x times 1 is x. Proceed to the second term. We have negative 1 times x. We have negative x. Negative 1 times positive 1, we have negative 1. Negative 1 times positive 1, we have negative 1. Now let's add the factors. We have 1 positive x squared. and that is x squared. Then we have 2 positive x and 1 negative x. Then we have 2 negative 1, and that is positive x. Then we have 2 negative 1. That is negative 2. Our final answer is x squared plus x minus 2. Write the product of two binomials in the box model by the algebraic tiles. Now let's have example number 1. Now here are the figures. Now give the product. First we have 2x squared. Then we have 4x. Then we have 2 positive 1. Our final answer is 2x squared plus 4x plus 2. Now let's have example number 2. These are the figures. Now find the product. We have 1x squared. Then we have 5x. And we have 4 positive 1. Our final answer is x squared plus 5x plus 4. Now let's proceed to example number 3. Here are the figures. Now find the product. We have 3 positive x squared. Then we have 3 positive x. And we have 3 positive 1. Our final answer is 3x squared plus 3x plus 3. Example number 4. Here are the figures. Now find the product. First, we have 2 positive x squared. Then we have 3 positive x. And we have 1 positive 1. Our final answer is 2x squared plus 3x plus 3. And lastly, we have example number 5. Now here are the figures. Find the product. For our answer, we have 1 positive x squared. We have 3 negative x. And we have 2 negative 1. So our final answer is x squared minus 3x minus 2. What is it? Lesson number 1. Product of two binomials.
Product of two binomials. The area of the rectangle is equivalent to the product of a plus b and c plus d, which is equivalent to ac plus ad plus bc plus bd. This is the general formula for the product of two binomials. A plus b multiplied by c plus d. This general form is sometimes called the FOIL method, where the letters of FOIL stands for F first, O outer, I inner, and L last.
Let's have example number 1 for FOIL method. We have x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 5. First, multiply the first term. We have x times x, and that is x squared. Letter O, we have outer term, x multiplied by 5. That is 5x. I is for inner term. 3 multiplied by x. We have positive 3x. And for our last term, we have 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Now let's add the factors. We can combine similar terms. 5x plus 3x is equal to 8x. So our final answer is x squared plus 8x plus 15. Let's proceed to example number 2. X plus 2 multiplied by x plus 2. First, multiply the first term. X times x is equal to positive x squared. Now multiply the outer terms. X times 2 is equal to 2x. Multiply the inner term. We have 2 times x is equal to 2x. And last, multiply the last term. 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Now let's add all the factors. Again, we can combine similar terms. 2x plus 2x is equal to 4x. So our final answer is x squared plus 4x plus 4. Lesson number 2. Product of the sum and difference of two terms.
Product of the sum and difference of two terms. Each binomial factor is made up of two terms. One factor is the sum of the terms, and the other factor is being the difference. The general form is a plus b multiplied by a minus b. The product of the sum and difference of two terms is given by the general formula. A plus b multiplied by a minus b is also equivalent to a squared minus b squared.
First, let's find the product of x minus 1 and x plus 1. We will use algebraic tiles. Here is for x minus 1. And here is for x plus 1. Now, let's multiply. X times x is equal to x squared. X times positive 1 is equal to x. Now let's proceed to the second term. Negative 1 multiplied by x is equal to negative x. Negative 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to negative 1. Now let's add the factors. We have 1 positive x squared. We have 1 positive x and 1 negative x. That is equivalent to 0. Then we have negative 1. Our last answer is equal to x squared minus 1. Now this time, we will use the FOIL method. X plus 2 multiplied by x minus 2. First, multiply the first term. We have x multiplied by x. That is x squared. Now multiply the outer term. X multiplied by negative 2. That is negative 2x. For our inner term, we have 2 times x. That is 2x. And multiply the last term. 2 times negative 2 is equal to negative 4. Now let's add the factors. Negative 2x and positive 2x are opposite. So we can cancel it out. Our final answer is x squared minus 4. Lesson number 3. Square of a binomial.
Square of a binomial. In words, the square of a binomial is the square of the first term, plus or minus twice the product of the two terms, plus the square of the last term.
First, let's find the product of x minus 2 and x minus 2. Let's give the algebraic tiles of x minus 2 and the algebraic tiles of x minus 2. Then let's multiply. X multiplied by x is x squared. x multiplied by negative 1 is negative x. X multiplied by negative 1 is negative x. Now let's proceed to the second term. Negative 1 multiplied by positive x. We have negative x. Negative 1 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 multiplied by negative 1 is positive 1. Now let's proceed to the third term. Negative 1 multiplied by positive x is negative x. Negative 1 multiplied by negative 1, we have positive 1. And negative 1 multiplied by negative 1 is also positive 1. Now let's add all the factors. We have 1 positive x squared. That is x squared. We have 4 negative x. That is negative 4x. And we have 4 positive 1. That is positive 4. Our final answer is x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now let's use the FOIL method. 2x plus 1 multiplied by 2x plus 1. First, multiply the first term. 2x multiplied by 2x is equal to 4x squared. Now multiply the outer term. 2x multiplied by 1 is equal to 2x. Now multiply the inner term. 1 times 2x is equal to 2x. Then multiply the last term. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. Now let's add all the factors. Again, you can combine similar terms. 2x plus 2x is equal to 4x. So our final answer is 4x squared plus 4x plus 1. Lesson number 4. Cube of a binomial.
Cube of a binomial. The cube of a binomial, x plus y raised to the third power, can be expressed as x plus y raised to the second power multiplied by x plus y. And that is because of the law of exponents.
Now let's find the product of x plus y raised to the third power. First, here is our given. Using the laws of exponent, separate x plus y squared and x plus y. Now let's multiply x plus y raised to the second power. Or you can use square of a binomial. That is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Then for our next term, just bring down x plus y. Now to multiply these terms, use distributive property. X multiplied by x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. We have x cubed plus 2x squared y plus xy squared. Now let's multiply y by x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. That is x squared y plus 2xy squared plus y cubed. Now we can combine similar terms. First, bring down x cubed. We can combine 2x squared y plus x squared y. That is 3x squared y. Now let's add xy squared plus 2xy squared. That is 3xy squared. And lastly, bring down y cubed. So our final answer is x cubed plus 3x squared y plus 3xy squared plus y cubed. The cube of a binomial x plus y is the sum of 4 terms where each term can be obtained as follows. For our first term, the cube of x. For our second term, 3 times the product of x squared and y. For the third term, 3 times the product of x and y squared. And for our fourth term, we have the cube of y. Let's find the cube of 2x plus 5. For our first term, we have the cube of 2x is 8x cubed. Then we have our second term. 3 times the product of 2x squared and 5 is 3 times 2x raised to the second power multiplied by 5 or 6x squared. For our third term, we have 3 times the product of 2x and 5 squared is also equal to 3 times 2x times 25 or 150x. Then for our fourth term, we have the cube of 5 is 125. To combine all the factors, our final answer is 8x cubed plus 60x squared plus 150x plus 125. Lesson number 5. Product of a binomial and a trinomial.
Product of a binomial and a trinomial. The product of a binomial and a trinomial does not always give a 4 terms. Use distributive property to find the product.
Use the distributive property to find the product of x plus 1 and x squared minus x plus 1. Now this is our given. We multiply x by x squared minus x plus 1. Then we multiply 1 times x squared minus x plus 1. Now let's multiply all the factors. X multiplied by x squared minus x plus 1 is x cubed minus x squared plus x. Now let's get the product of 1 and x squared minus x plus 1. That is x squared minus x plus 1. Then simplify our answer. We can cancel out negative x squared and positive x squared. We can also cancel out positive x and negative x. Our final answer is x cubed plus 1. Now let's find the product of 2x minus 5 and 4x squared plus 10x plus 25. Now here is our given. Let's multiply 2x by 4x squared plus 10x plus 25. Then let's multiply negative 5 by 4x squared plus 10x plus 25. Now let's multiply all the factors. We have 8x cubed plus 20x squared plus 50x. And for this factor, our product is negative 20x squared minus 50x minus 125. Now we can cancel out 20x squared and negative 20x squared. We can also cancel out 50x and negative 50x. So our final answer is 8x cubed minus 125.
It's time for you to answer your module. Good luck!
What's more? Dependent activity number 1. Turn your module to page 11. Match column A, which is the factors, with column B, which is the product, and write the letter of your answer before each number. Independent assessment number 1. Turn your module to page 11. Column A contains the product of a polynomial equation. Match column B with column C to find its paired binomial factor. Use pencil to connect the dot of binomial factors. Dependent activity number 2. Turn your module to page 12. Fill the missing term based on the given on the first column. If there is none, write none. Dependent assessment number 2. Turn your module to page 12. Determine whether each statement is true or false. Write your answer on the space provided before each number. Dependent activity number 3. Turn your module to page 12. Complete the table below. Dependent assessment number 3. Turn your module to page 13. Find the products of the following binomial and write your answer on the space provided. What I have learned. Turn your module to page 13. Fill in the blanks to make each statement true. What I can do. Turn your module to page 14. Find the product of the following multiplication of polynomials. Write the product on the space provided before each image. Assessment. Turn your module to page 15. Let's answer the post-test. For letter A, find the product of the following. For letter B, the product of x minus 5y raised to the third power is a polynomial with. Write your answer on the blank. Additional activity. Turn your module to page 15. Fill in the missing value for each multiplication diagram. References.
I know that you have learned a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye!